Hey everyone, Kate and Fiona Pearman joining you for Facebook Live as we head towards the end of the first quarter of 2023. It's been a huge couple of months, I think even bigger as we head into the Easter break. So lots of people feeling a little bit sort of overwhelmed, a little bit exhausted, looking forward to a little bit of downtime coming up over the Easter break. But I think a really good opportunity to take a breather, to create space, to reflect. One of the most powerful things that we see and we facilitate with clients is really creating containers for them to just do some reflection on what's working well, what could be different, understanding roadblocks, all those sorts of things. So, as we head towards the beginning of the next quarter for the financial year, a great opportunity just to reset.
Yeah, it's a perfect time to check in with yourself, really, to start to evaluate and to look at, already 3 months of the year done and gone. Am I making the progress I wanted to? Where am I feeling frustrated, maybe a bit stuck? We know what we'd love to do, but it's so easy to let other things keep piling up and ourselves and what we want getting pushed down to the bottom of the list. So, we know that there's a few things you can do about this, but the important thing is that you start noticing what's going on. You start evaluating where you are and thinking about what would you like to be different as we go into the second quarter of 2023.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to kind of stay in a state of confusion with this stuff, and kind of, or default to, well, everything's important, or, just operate from a disempowered state. And so I think the real opportunity here, which comes with awareness and reflection, which comes with clarity, right? Number one act of confidence is get clear and make decisions. Our ability to understand what's truly important, right? Not what we say is important, but what is important in response to our actions, to really dig deep into the choices we've been making, the actions we've been taking, and how that is similar or different, right, to what we say is important. Our ability to get really clear about our capacity, I think, is equally important, because I am the best at overestimating what is possible in a week, a month, and a quarter. And so being able to think about that, to make some hard decisions. We're always saying, what are you saying yes to? But the really important question is, what are you saying no to? And then being able to say, okay, well, do we practically need to shift that to, Q3 of 23, or actually it's a next year priority? As much as I would like it to be different, it's a next year priority. Like, do I need to make some really hard decisions? And then I think when you've got that level of clarity, it's starting to think about and being honest with ourselves once we've made those decisions. And even now I've gotten honest with myself, what's getting in the way, or what could now, as I look forward, what could get in the way of me achieving those outcomes or those goals?
Yeah, I think this is the opportunity to really reality check yourself, your world, your situation, the people around you, and start to unpack, yes, this is important to me, and what are the real roadblocks in the way? Because again, it's quite easy to default to confusion and excuses and, not now, and just letting things roll along. So this opportunity to prioritize ourselves again and to say, well, actually, my career, where I'm going, what I want to achieve in 2023 is important to me. And I'm still letting these roadblocks get in the way. Maybe it is saying yes to too many things. Maybe it's, you've got too much on your plate, and maybe it's that culling back, that willingness to say, I'm going to say yes to this, and I'm going to be prepared to let some things go.
Yeah, I think notice the patterns of behavior, right? Particularly if you've been telling yourself something's important, it's a priority, but you're not making progress. In our experience, something's going on internally, right? There's some self-sabotage, some default behaviors, old assumptions, beliefs that is probably getting in the way. And look, that's where our work comes in, right? Like, if you're noticing these patterns, if you're feeling frustrated, the work we do in Acts of Confidence is all about shining a light on beliefs, default behaviors, assumptions that are really, driving how we operate and how we show up in career and life. And in our experience, really limiting the possibilities and potentials of what's available to us. And so, if you're wanting some help to really accelerate your goals this year, get in touch. Our next intake of Acts of Confidence, we're about to wrap the first one for the year. It's always amazing. And I think, like everyone, naturally, there's nothing better than feeling like you've signed up to a program, whether it's working with a coach or something like Acts of Confidence, that you know is going to create some tension and some accountability for you. We know that peer accountability or program accountability is one of the best sources of leverage to help drive behavior change, but equally creating a supportive and networking environment, supportive and nurturing environment is powerful as well. And it's certainly, we see everyday examples of the opportunities that creates for our clients as well. So if you're interested in being involved or finding out more about the AOC program, if you want some support, reach out. We'd love to talk with you and see if you're a good fit for the program. And just, a final shout out, create some space and time over the Easter period, to take some of, to work through some of these steps, just to reflect, reprioritize, and most importantly, create a plan for the next quarter ahead.